Hey guys, welcome back to my theater tour videos. And it's been about 2 or 3 months since I last updated. And as fast as I change things, that's a long time. So let's get started with looking over here. And you'll probably notice that well, if you pay attention to these videos, there's been some rearranging here because I've been getting a lot of movies and music lately. It was kind of an explosion of interest in it. So we've got more Blu-rays, more DVDs, more everything. And there's my laser discs down there. And also, here's my turntable. It's a Yamaha. Oh, well, let me wait for the loud car to go by. That's part of the problem with living here. This is a Yamaha YPB2. There's the model number. Yeah, and it's a beautiful turntable. And it sounds excellent. And it's especially excellent. There, wonderful grotto on it. The cartridge is vintage, came with the turntable, and I bought a replacement stylus for it. It's a new blue diamond one. And yeah, it's been a long process of updating, or not updating, but restoring and getting it back to its glory. Because it had several problems. I even had to completely replace the DC motor, or I'm sorry, AC motor. Anyway, I normally take the slip mat off because the slip mat is a little too thin for the records, but a little too thick because if you leave both slip mats on, then the auto return kind of hits the record, and we don't want that. So I usually take it off and just use the original rubber mat for playing. But I like having it on for aesthetics. It's pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, it's now that I've put some work into it, it's sounds very good. You know, replaced motor, new belt, new stylus. Everything's properly configured on it now. And yeah, I love it. Only problem I'm still having is it's a little slow. And by slow, I mean it's like 33 RPM instead of 33 and a third RPM. Barely noticeable. But that's pretty much how all the AC motors are. They're always either a little slow or a little fast, and maybe eventually I'll be able to fix that. And over here, this is the new crown jewel of the theater, my new Marantz receiver. I replaced the Yamaha when, well, I turned 30 and my family got together and bought this for me. Or rather, they gave me the money so I could pick it out, which is awesome. Because I got this unit. It's a Marantz SR 5009. Retailed for $900. But I got it pretty much, it's a year old, so it's like last year's model. And also refurbished. And I got that on Amazon for $500. So yeah, I can definitely tell a difference in sound quality. It is night and day different than the Yamaha. It's supposed to be at least 100 watts per channel, I believe, and it's a 7.2 receiver, even though right now I'm only using it in 5.1 mode. Yeah, and then that DVD player down there is interesting because I just pretty much picked it up for free from a family member that didn't need it. So I'm kind of have it here as either a dedicated CD player if I'm in the mood to pop a CD in instead of doing something with the library. Or it's a fantastic HDMI DVD player. with up conversion to HDMI. And I moved my Xbox down there so that I could put my wood grain PS3 here. And the reason it's here, right next to the other PS3, is that I've had this PS3 for a while, but I had it in my room with my computer. And, you know, I've definitely fallen out of playing any kind of games in my room because that's where I work all day. So why do I want to spend my free time in the same chair in the same room that I spend all day working in? So for that reason, I moved the PS3 out here. And now this PS3 is only hooked up to the TV. And that PS3 can go to either one, but it's usually played on the projector. And that way my wife and I can do co-op in the same room together. Despite the fact that same console, two-player co-op has gone the way of the dodo. At least we can pull it off with our many screens and many PS3s. And eventually I'll get a PS4, but right now I'm a lot more interested in audio than new games. So anyway, that's the basic tour of what's new, I think. Lava Lamp's still going strong. And that receiver has greatly improved the setup because the Yamaha didn't have any HDMI components to it. So it only had 2 optical inputs, and I had to choose what got optical. So it was the PS3 and the Xbox for surround sound. Everything else was either analog, or sometimes I tried to jerry-rig a 3rd or 4th optical input in there, and it was very complicated setup. So I'm so happy to finally have a receiver that can do everything and switch the videos in and out and audio, and I can play music from my server that's all saved in ALAC, and a lot of it is in 96K 24-bit. You can use the phone app that comes with, that's a Marantz phone app, to select those from your media server and play them. And that's pretty much the best way I've found to get high-res audio into this thing and playing directly. Because if you use AirPlay, it's sampled down to 4416 CD quality. Still lossless, though. Yeah, I had a hard time finding a good way to do that, but pretty much using the Marantz app to select files is the only way to get the high-res stuff in. Even though that kind of makes it more complicated to do playlists and stuff, rather than just playing AirPlay off of iTunes. So, there's give and take for everything. And, but yeah, it's sounding great. Oh, and, I can't remember if you saw this or not, but I finally painted these things. I took a Saturday afternoon and worked on them. Certainly not perfect if you look at them close, but a heck of a lot better than they were. Just being brown, misshapen boxes. Now they're black, misshapen boxes, which is a lot less noticeable. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short update video, and I believe the next update video might be coming to you from a different location, because we are working on buying a house and moving. So that's going to be the next step in the theater journey, which means I'm going to be tearing all of this down and putting it back up at a new house, which is awesome, because I love tearing electronics apart and putting them back together, because I'm weird like that. So anyway, hopefully I'll be able to get some more videos out around that time, documenting everything. And you know, hopefully I'll be running wires. I'll be, you know, really doing it up nice so that it's not so hacked together like this house has been. Because we won't be renting anymore, and I won't have to do dumb, crazy things like this. I'll be able to actually do things right now, have more spread on the speakers, and upgrade the speakers eventually. That's later in the list. So anyway, I hope that you'll subscribe and, you know, watch my channel. Check out filmnerdcorey.com for updates, and I'll be trying to document everything as best I can. So until next time I see ya, take care.